Welcome to another DK Custom Products video. Today we're installing an 828 Outlaw HiFlow air cleaner onto this Milwaukee-Eight. Normally the first thing we would do would be to remove the factory air cleaner and install a external breather system. We've done that in a previous video, which we'll link above, which shows the step-by-step installation of this air cleaner and the external breather system onto this bike. So we'll put that right up in the corner up there. So you can see the premium discrete system is installed. There's the filter down there. You can obviously put the filter or catch can wherever you want, or you're on an M8 you can even run breather bolts. I like running this premium discrete system. So what we're going to do now is we have a spacer that gets a gasket on either side of the spacer, and then once the spacer's on, and actually we have to put them all on at the same time, is the back plate for the 828 goes on. So I'm going to get some thread locker on the 3 bolts. I'm going to feed the 3 bolts through the back plate, through a gasket, through the spacer, through the other gasket, and then put it up there and thread it on. And again, you should use your factory torque settings on here, which are going to be somewhere between 40 and 60 inch-pounds. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that the gasket has that cutout down at the bottom. Put the gasket on, put the spacer on, and then put the gasket on again with it oriented down low. Put the bolts through all 3 because you want to hold this setup in place. There's 4 pieces here, 2 gaskets, a back plate, and a spacer. Put it through all 3 of them. Actually, 2 would probably be enough. Okay. Then get your Allen wrench ready. And thread one in loosely. And get your other one in. Other one started. Your last one, and then you can tighten them down to the specified torque in your manual. Again, that's probably 40 to 60 inch-pounds. I'm not going to use a torque wrench. I've done this hundreds of times, and I know how tight to get it. I've never had one fall off, and I've never stripped the threads by doing it too tight. And if you do it too tight, you can strip the threads in your throttle body. So you want to either use a torque wrench or have enough experience that you get it tight enough, but not too tight. And always use thread locker on the fasteners. Okay, so that's in there. So the next step is to put your standoffs in each of these 4 holes, because that's what your filter element is going to attach to. And again, always use thread locker on all fasteners. So we will put thread locker on all 4 of these. Use medium blue thread locker on all fasteners. Now you notice we put these 3 in a few minutes ago, and it's in the instructions, After you've tightened it down, go back and retighten them, because those gaskets can compress, and it might take a little bit more pressure to get it tight as those gaskets relax a little from your previous tightening. Okay, now we are ready to install the filter element. So this is not a recommendation by K&N, but it's something that I've been doing, and I just think it doesn't hurt to do it, and that is to get a little oil on your fingers and run it all around the back of the filter element that's going to go on here. It's going to seal. You can see it has a lip and it compresses. It's going to seal fine without the oil, but it doesn't hurt to have a light film of oil all the way around this, just in case. There's no harm in doing it, and you can see how that lines up. Now, there are several different covers configurations that you can run on the 828. The first is a naked configuration, and that's where you just use these small included fasteners to fasten the filter element to the back plate, and you can run it completely naked without a cover, or you can run a ham cam cover. Now, the ham cam is designed for Sportsters, but there are more than a few people who like running the ham cam cover on their twin cam or Milwaukee-Eight engine, simply because it gives it a different look, and I'll show you what that look is like here in a minute. And it's actually a pretty good looking setup. Even though it was made for a Sportster, it gives the twin cam or M8 a completely different look, and people will probably take a second look at your bike if you're running a ham cam cover on it. So here's the ham cam cover installed on the 828. And let's take a look and see what this thing looks like with the polished, with the machine cut cover that we have polished to a mirror finish. So now what we've done is, when you're running it naked or when you're running it with the ham cam cover, we put the short fasteners in here holding this, but when we're going to use the machine cut finish or the polish finish, we need longer bolts that are going to go through each of these and hold it in. So we need to take these bolts out, and we're going to use these longer ones right here to hold the cover on. So when you order a machine cut finish, it's going to come like this. This is a machine cut. It's not quite a mirror finish. It has, you can't really feel those much. Most of them you can't feel at all. I feel a little right there. But it takes a little bit of elbow grease, maybe 20 or 30 minutes, and you can get this to a mirror finish that looks like this. So we're going to go ahead and install this on there. So now we're putting the black cover on the 828 on the M8. I think I'm going to keep that on this bike. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Helps us out. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is coming out, and share it with your friends. You all ride safe out there.